It's Tuesday, September the 24th, and you're listening to 16 Inputs, just another random video game podcast on the internet. My name is Alan, I'll be hosting today, and today we have a great panel today, so why don't we have everybody introduce themselves?
Hello, I'm Paul, and I'm currently playing Faster Than Light.
Hey, my name is Eric. Nice to meet you.
I'm Brian.
Alright then. So recently Steam announced that they're going to release their own OS. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, Brian, you're gonna have to go first.
I think there's too much in the market though, like at the moment. Like, we have Android, we have Xbox, we have PlayStation, we have the Wii, and then after that, now we have Steam OS. After that, I don't know, I think it's a little bit too much. Like, I can see why they want to go to the market, make their own OS though, because, Windows 8 sucks. But, at the same time, I'm not so sure, like, how are they going to implement it? Are they going to add it to their Steam box? Are they going to make it Linux based? Are they going to add it to Windows? Like, they haven't really announced, like, what it does yet, so I'm not so sure.
Yeah, but does Windows 8 actually suck that much for gaming? I mean, the only problem I see with Windows 8 is that it takes away Valve's, it gives the users another option to buy their games from the Windows Store instead of using Steam to buy their games.
Have you even bought games on the Windows Store? It sucks.
Well, yeah, the quality of games is not there yet, but it's the beginning of it. It's there's only the first version. It's like version 1.0 of
the quality of
product.
Windows Store sucks. I've been using games for Windows Live since GTA 4 in 2008, and that was horrible.
Yeah. I hate having to use Windows Live when I'm trying to play GTA or having to play Bioshock 2 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like you have to sign in, and it doesn't even save your save if you don't sign in. All that stuff. It's like, god damn it. And sometimes it kicks you out too. So
No, but yeah, that's for games for Windows Live. I'm talking about Windows 8 itself.
Windows 8?
I don't even have Windows 8.
Yeah,
I still use Windows 7, and it's been working out pretty well for me.
Yeah, so do I. But I played around with it at the Microsoft Store. It seems okay.
Yeah.
I just think that Gabe Newell's.
I don't know.
I just think that Gabe Newell is trying to create another OS is because he sees Windows 8 as a threat to Steam, and eventually users won't be using Steam because if it's bundled into their operating system, they wouldn't have to download another application to download their games on.
Well, unless Steam is by far superior to Windows 8.
Well, Steam is by far superior, but eventually, I think due to competition, it'll eventually catch up at some point. Well, it won't overtake Steam per se, but I think it'll be on par with Steam.
I don't know, I think it's a little bit too much though. I mean, look at Origin. Origin has their own thing too. It's like,
Yeah.
Are they gonna make their own OS along with it too?
Probably.
I hope not.
Use Origin.
Well, the thing about Steam OS is it's all focused about the living room experience in mind. So that's the whole thing about Steam OS.
Yeah.
Yeah, weren't they saying something about getting like a TV or the Steam box and just set it up?
They were talking about it, but there's no. They haven't really. I think they are making a Steam box, but they haven't, made it yet.
Well, it's the first of 3 announcements, according to what I've read from The Verge. They said they're going to announce more stuff, maybe later this week or next week or something like that.
Yeah,
so one of the announcements will probably be hardware focused.
Yeah.
But there is 3 announcements. So the Steam OS, Steam box, and what do you think number 3 is going to...
Release date.
Wait, what?
Release date and price, probably.
Just go straight for it.
Yeah. I think everybody's hoping for Half-Life 3 or something like that.
Valve never does anything in 3s. I don't think they will.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Left 4 Dead 3, but I don't know.
That seems likely, but I don't know. I mean, I thought they took it as far as they can with 2, though, so I'm not so sure.
Wait, you can make it today?
Okay, so...
Oh, okay. Well, see ya then.
Okay, I recall reading something about the Steam OS. Brian, you mentioned about whether it be Linux. I hear that is working with Linux.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, like, I don't know. I want to know more info when they announce more info.
Well, they want to make it free, so anybody could download it and use it.
Yeah,
Really?
just like Android.
Huh.
Yeah. But then what's stopping people from using Android then? If you think about it.
Preference.
Well, I guess the gaming focus would be the standout feature for SteamOS then, huh?
Yeah.
Compared to Android.
I don't know. I just think that, it's kind of fragmented the market right now.
It is.
Like, there's too much options right now.
Well, what if like a fourth console shows up then?
Yeah.
Well, technically a PC in itself could be considered.
I know, like, just been rumors, like, other people want to make their own consoles. Like, I heard that,
Riot.
What?
Huh?
What?
Yep. Drop the PS3 and, focus on this shit.
I'm not playing the PS3.
Alright. Hey, John.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're talking about SteamOS.
SteamOS.
Have you heard about
Oh,
it?
there you are, John. What's up?
I completely forgot.
Oh,
okay.
That's okay.
it's okay. Wait, are we making a standard that that Tuesdays will be podcast day or what?
We'll talk after we get off the air.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about SteamOS, and Valve announced that they're making Steam into an operating system that's free.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
And it's going to be Linux-based and gaming-focused. And we were just talking about how there are too many options, too many platforms away for games, and that is fragmenting the market. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, so far I've had pretty good experiences with the Steam application, like the Steam platform. I don't see why they need to make an entire operating system, because then that's probably going to start dividing the market even more.
Yeah.
Because people just keep developing for Windows and occasionally for Macs, and then for the PlayStation, Sony, and Microsoft and Nintendo. But they're basically adding a brand new platform entirely to the market.
Yeah, a lot of iOS and Android though.
Oh yeah, and the phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget, 5-year-olds love playing on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important to develop games for Linux because Linux is a free option in terms of operating system versus, say, iOS or Windows, where you had to pay for the operating system.
But Linux is not as what is it? It's not as easy for the beginners to jump in to develop though, isn't it?
That is true, but it's starting to get more easier to develop for.
I think that's just a user interface problem that could easily be solved. I mean, look at Android. It's based off Linux, and people seem to use that a lot.
And it said that Linux was only an architect to the Steam OS, so
Yeah.
it's basically a Linux skeleton with a Steam OS on top of it, and it's probably going to be pretty user friendly.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, if Valve is behind it, I think we're gonna get like a operating system that's really user friendly and easy to use.
Yeah.
Will it be in our lifetime, considering it's Valve?
Well,
you're right.
they just announced it this week, so they'll probably come out before the end of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah, right.
Remember, this is Valve we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they just stop at version 2. They won't make version 3.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure Valve and Blizzard are the two companies that just like sit at the sidelines and like take their time to like tinker their shit. Yeah.
How long did it take for StarCraft 2 to come out after StarCraft 1?
Like, when was the expansion for StarCraft 1? It was like Brood War came out like, what was it? 02, 03 or something?
Yeah.
What else than that?
02? I think it's 02.
Yeah, so that means it took them almost 10 years.
No, it took them more than 10 years for StarCraft 2.
Yeah. God damn.
But what was it? The expansion for StarCraft 2 came out this March, so it seems to be
Yeah,
alright.
but StarCraft 2 was supposed to be one big game, and then they're like, wait a minute, we got a better idea. We got this genius idea. Let's
Well,
split it up into 3 games.
well, who are they owned by? Activision, duh.
Yeah, you're right.
With their yearly Call of Duties and their yearly Guitar Hero, which they killed off, why not? Milk it. Milk it to the max.
Yearly StarCraft. Now
I
they're
know.
going to come out with the expansions to the expansions.
No, that's
Oh, yeah.
EA's job. That EA does that with their Sims 3 stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like if you counted all the expansions and everything, how many Sims games are there?
Yeah.
There's like more Sims games than Mario games.
Man, the last Sim expansion,
The last Sim expansion.
the last Sim expansion I remember was college.
Yeah. Wait, Sims 3 University?
Yeah, that, and I think the weather one, or the business one.
Oh,
Hey, there is a business.
yeah.
Yeah.
Open for business, yeah.
For the Sims 3? Or for Sims
No,
2?
I think the Sims 2. The Sims 2.
Yeah, Sims 2 has open for business.
Oh wait, no, aliens. Yeah, they put in aliens in university. I remember that.
Oh. Oh yeah, no wait, they're also making Sims 4 also.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're making Sims 4.
But there
Yeah.
there has not been a sea of expansions for Sims 3. Or has there?
Well, I know. I personally never liked Sims 3 to begin with. Like, I love Sims 2 to death. Then when I tried Sims 3, I was very, very disappointed.
What were
Sort
you
of like how I
disappointed
felt
about?
about StarCraft 2.
What?
What were you
How like I
disappointed
felt
about?
StarCraft 2.
You guys are talking two questions at once. Paul, I'll answer your question first. What?
What were you disappointed about?
I was disappointed that, they took out a lot of features with what made it fun. And they took out the unpredictability from it. Like, in Sims 2, like, if your Sims get depressed, like, this weird doctor will come down and, it's kind of funny to see, the Sims talk to a visible doctor and stuff. Or, like, do pillow fights and stuff. While, in Sims 3, everything is more or less, like, done for you already. So it's like, what? And also in Sims 3, I felt like, they took out a lot of the options. Like, there used to be a lot of, like, hair options and, like, facial options, but they took that all out too. So I was like,
That's
what?
on the stuff packs.
Yeah, that's all. It's all inside stuff packs. It's all inside the expansion packs. It's just like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Because
Also, I
it's
didn't really like the moodlets thing.
What's that?
From the where it's based on your moods, your Sims moods after that. How your Sims interact to
Can you
that.
elaborate on that?
It's basically like if your Sim gets angry, then like, she would do her own thing and like not listen to you, or like
Oh,
if she gets depressed, then like, what was it?
then
You
she
know,
won't listen to you then.
yeah, basically.
So basically, if she doesn't listen to you, she'll end up peeing herself, huh?
No, she won't pee herself. They fixed that in Sims 3.
Oh.
They haven't been peeing themselves since like Sims 2.
Hmm.
So it's fine. I do like the concept of Sims 4 though. Sims 4 they said that it's gonna be fuck. I remember reading on it before, but I'll get back to you on that.
Time.
What do you think about it graphically?
What? Sims
Sims
3?
4.
Oh, Sims 4.
4. You
Sims-
did not like the graphics for 3, so what do you
No,
think?
I thought 3 was kind of weird. 4 seems like it's coming back to the kind of cartoony slash. I don't know, they're like bordering on the realistic and cartoony at the same time. So I was like,
Hmm.
Oh yeah. They're gonna introduce multitasking inside Sims 4. So that's
How does that work?
So you could be like running on a treadmill while your like wife is watching TV. Then the guy can talk to his wife while doing his treadmill.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Evolutionary.
Okay.
Okay. Any new games you guys been playing?
GTA 5.
or any kind of new development. You already heard that last time, Brian. God
Okay,
damn it.
besides GTA 5, we already know that.
Well, I beat it on Saturday. I'm still playing it these couple of days, to wrap up all the side missions which I missed out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the story's that short.
How'd you like the ending without giving away any spoilers?
I liked it actually. Well, I think I'm not so sure on this, but I think there is multiple endings.
Huh. Okay.
But the ending I got, I was satisfied with.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good. Do you think it's game of the year?
I think it's game of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sold
Uh,
tons
game-
of money.
I think it's game of this generation, to be honest, actually.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wait, is this slightly biased because I know you like is this a biased opinion because I know you really, really, really like
Most
GTA?
all opinions are biased if you think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but Brian really likes GTA. A lot. A lot.
No,
Okay, so,
it used to be my game of this generation was Xenoblade.
Oh.
Then after that, then my PS2 game of the generation was GTA San Andreas. So that probably might factor to GTA 5 because it says San Andreas again. But from what I've played and from what I've seen, technically, what they did technology-wise, it's amazing. And from the amount of story which I got, it took me on journeys and on roller coaster rides, so I actually loved that. And there wasn't any filler missions this time, which I was very impressed by. Like each mission actually felt unique,
And that's there, huh?
and necessary. Yeah, it felt like because it's based on heists. So if you do there are setup missions and there's the heist itself, which is the big mission. So you could be like finding cars to set up this getaway. So during the heist missions, you can actually grab that car and like drive off and like try to escape the cops and stuff. Yeah. So everything. It felt like each mission is linked up to another mission to make a whole bigger mission in the end. So it felt really really fun and interesting. Yeah.
How about from an open world perspective? Because like that's the biggest draw of Grand Theft Auto. Like how does it compare to just being able to freely roam around? How like compared to San Andreas, which was awesome.
Compared to San Andreas, it felt the same actually. Yeah. Like how people complain about 4, like there wasn't any planes, there wasn't any like crazy stuff. Inside this game, it felt like as if they did a balance of both. Like there's enough crazy inside and there's enough realisticness inside. Like one mission, oh shit, mom's calling. Wait, hold on. Let me talk.
Really?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Hello?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Mom's off.
Okay.
Okay. What was it? Oh yeah, right. GTA. Yeah. Yeah. There's enough of both inside, so it's actually quite fun with that. I do feel like there's some portions which might irk some people because of its content.
As long as you keep it away from kids, you should be fine.
Yeah, like there's a torture scene inside, and after there's tons of like swear words inside, so I think it might put some people off. But other than that,
this is GTA we're talking about.
yeah. But
just keep it out of the head.
Sadist.
Yeah, it's definitely not for kids. No.
It was never for kids.
It's never meant for kids, and yet you always see kids buying it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you always see kids buy like Call of Duty and stuff, so it's like, what the hell? Really?
Yeah, but in Call of Duty, you don't have a bunch of people throwing dollars at a stripper.
Well, actually, no.
That might improve the game.
I shouldn't really complain though, because I remember playing Fear when I was like, 15, 16?
Well, that's more like horror. I mean,
Yeah.
violent horror, you see plenty of that in movie theaters and stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, I don't know.
really questionable content like Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row and those should not be subject to minors.
I don't know. Like, I think Just Cause 2 or Saints Row 4, like, kids can play that because, it's wacky, it's funny. But for a game like Dead Space, I draw the line there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think kids should play Saints Row 3 or 4.
Wait, you said
Why?
Why would you say that? But what is your definition of kids?
Between the ages of 12 and 16.
I
Too
say
young to buy it.
I say
Yeah.
15. I say 15 and younger.
Yeah, 15 and younger. Something like
Anything from the ages of 15 and below, I won't say I'd give them Saints Row of any version. You know, like it's like junior high humor, and they're stupid. And after 16, yeah, they can do whatever they want.
Why don't why don't you say about Saints Row, John? I mean, Paul.
that. I don't know, just a lot of sexual things and stuff. I don't know.
Really? Like, it's not as bad as like GTA.
Well, Leisure Suit Larry.
Well,
God damn it! Yes, Alan. Leisure Suits Larry. It's yeah. Should we throw in other porn games in there while we're at it?
Leisure Suit Larry's not a porno game though.
I don't know. I don't care.
It wants to
I
be a
used to-
porno game.
Yeah,
I
it's like
used
a
to
wannabe
subscribe
porno
to PC Gamer, and there was an advertisement for an AO game called Singles. And with a rating like AO, you can imagine where it's headed.
Not on the PS3. Damn.
Although it was way back in like 03, 04.
Not on the PS2.
Yeah.
Enjoying your meal?
Oh, kind of.
I just heard crunching and just like chewing
Oh,
background.
those are my knuckles.
Oh.
Your knuckles sound like you're chewing.
so I just finally finished playing Faster Than Light.
Okay.
Yeah, that game's really difficult to play.
Is it reflex?
It's almost impossible. No, it's strategy based. It's a bit of reflex, but it's mostly strategy.
Oh.
And you could, like, in one turn, just completely lose the game, and it sucks.
Nah.
And sometimes the game just, like, I don't want to say it cheats, but it just completely, like, out of nowhere, it'll throw a bunch of enemies at you and kill you, and then that's it.
It's not
That's
luck
just
based,
part
is
of
it?
the face.
It is luck based. There is luck in the game, so.
From what I saw, it's basically like a bridge simulator. Like, you are the captain of the ship, and the second something happens, you have to make a decision.
Yeah, it took me over 40 hours just to beat the game, and it's just like, and I replayed it like, I don't know, 20 times or something.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's crazy. But once I beat it, I was like, yes, so happy.
Oh yeah, I've been recently keeping up with Don't Start, the
Don't
indie
Starve?
game called Don't Starve again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
A couple updates, new characters and whatnot. The ending is still depressing as hell.
you die, huh?
No, you don't die. It's one of those, death is like welcome. Death is not as bad as it seems.
Oh.
And it's, yeah.
It's kind of
It
my
turns out-
outlook on Amnesia. Even though you're not supposed to die, you're gonna be so scared shitless that you want to die just to make the nightmares stop.
I didn't feel
Yeah.
Amnesia was that scary though when I was looking at it.
I don't know. I couldn't play that game for more than an hour.
Well, I can play more for an hour because I get headaches from it. Like, I want to play it, but, I get headaches from FPS games in general, so it's like, I do want to play Outlast, though. Outlast actually looks really scary.
Yeah, it reminded me of those days when I was playing the Resident Evil remake on my GameCube several hours straight until I realized that the lights were out. I was the only one in the room, and it was well past 9. And then I didn't want to take another step further.
Alright. Yeah, Alan's going to do number 2, so we're fine.
Good to know.
Thanks, everyone.
I'm sure listeners would have loved to hear that.
That's alright. So, yeah, keep on the conversation, guys. Let's see.
Okay, aside from GTA 5, which has, of course, been released,
Yeah.
what else are you anticipating before the end of the year?
I already bought Beyond Two Souls and Tearaway for October and November. Like I bought all my games last semester, so this semester I'm just picking it up to begin with. Yeah,
Arkham Origins is coming out, isn't it?
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm not really much of a Batman fan. Like I like Batman, but I feel like
Blasphemy.
I feel like well, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, like I feel like they're perfect already by themselves. So I don't really feel like prequels are necessary.
I think people would love to see it. I mean, I'm excited about seeing Slade. So
Yeah,
Well,
Slade.
it's been a while since I've seen Deathstroke actually have an appearance in a game.
Deathstroke does look interesting to see. But yeah, that's the only thing I got from that so far.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for Beyond Two Souls just to see, what the story's about. I can kind of guess what the story is from the trailers and from the promotional materials already, but I'll just wait and see.
I'll be honest, I did not care much for Ellen Page, but I was sold when I heard that Willem Dafoe was going to be in it.
I know. Every time I think about Willem Dafoe, I keep on thinking about Green Goblin.
I keep thinking Willem Dafoe. He's not playing Green Goblin or like Agent Smecker from Boondock Saints. He's playing Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, basically.
He's one of those actors who doesn't have a character other than himself. Bruce Willis is another one.
Bruce Willis hasn't really been that exciting lately, though. Like he feels like he's
getting old.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah, he's getting old. He's what, over 50 years old now?
With Jack Nicholson, 75.
Another guy like that, Jack Nicholson. There's only one guy who can play Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, but he hasn't acted since 2010, though, so I was like,
Isn't the new Wind Waker coming out?
The
re-release of Wind Waker?
It got released already.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it like a 3DS release?
No, it's for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why can't they just...
come out in October.
Wind Waker?
Yeah, I thought, I recall this thing come out in October.
Yeah, Wind Waker came... Wind Waker is out already. It's not coming out in October. Yeah.
Maybe let's move it up. Oh well.
I don't know. I never played Wind Waker, but Chris was loving. He was watching a stream of it after he actually loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, Wind Waker is a pretty good game. Of course, I played the successor of it, Spirit Train or whatever the hell it was on the DS.
Well, is it a boat? No, not the boat one. Is it? Wait, yeah, it's a train one, right?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
It
wasn't bad, but it was just very strange. Wind Waker only take out like
Spirit Tracks, right? Yeah, Spirit Tracks.
It's essentially you take out the boat and like the traveling over the goddamn seas everywhere and just like put tracks.
Okay.
And it was kind of limiting actually, so I'm just staring at it. It's just like a race.
I don't know. I haven't played Legend of Zelda since Skyward Sword.
I'm actually looking at a list of games that are supposed to come out in November and December, and I'm not seeing anything interesting.
Yeah, like after GTA is like, now what?
Yeah. Well, there's Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, but that's
but
a reskin of Assassin's Creed.
It's basically Assassin's Creed with pirates. So it's like,
Yeah. They already had that.
What bothered me with that is like, it was announced way too fast. Like
Assassin's Creed?
It's like between
3.
Assassin's Creed Revelations and Assassin's Creed 3, there was a pretty decent gap between like the announcement of a new game in the franchise.
Yeah.
But it's like not long after Assassin's Creed 3 is released, we get Assassin's Creed 4. And it's like, what? How? That was fast. Did you guys even spend time on it?
Yeah, you could tell they're not going to spend much time on it. It's essentially just the pirate stuff, ship fighting scene in 3, and they just turned it into a
I
game.
know. They say that they spent 4 years on it, and they said that it was overlapping projects in between. Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna announce Assassin's Creed 5 or whatever next year, because they want to make it a yearly franchise or so. But I don't know. I feel like every time whenever they say like, oh yeah, it's a 4-year project, I'm like, really? Then how come there's still so much bugs on it? But I don't. I feel like Assassin's Creed is like Need for Speed. There's always gonna be one every year. So just skip the couple generations and jump back in again.
I can't remember the last time I actually played Need for Speed.
Huh.
I think the last game I played was Most Wanted on the last generation, not the remake that they did.
I played the remake. It was fun. But it's a racing game, so just go from start to finish, bam, done.
The last racing game I played was MotorStorm. Apocalypse.
Now that's awesome.
Yeah. Racing through an earthquake, that's always fun.
Yeah.
And crashing every 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, they're making Drive Club though, Evolution Studios.
That's supposed to be like the new MotorStorm kind of thing?
No. It's kind of like Gran Turismo with multiplayer thing. I don't know. I remember seeing at the PlayStation launch after they were like, yeah, we're making Drive Club for PS4, and after it's they kind of went realistic and tried to make all the cars like Gran Turismo style with all the sheen and like realistic like suspensions and stuff, but then like you can race with people online, so it's like a perpetual MMO kind of thing. So I was like, what? Yeah.
I think a lot of people were talking about that. Like I remember playing before Apocalypse, the Pacific Rift version.
Yeah.
It's like me and my roommates before I met you guys, so we were talking about, it's like, what if these guys made an open world MotorStorm, which covered all their different environments? So like, you've got the desert from the first game, the tropical island jungles of the second game, and like the Arctic zone of the PSP version.
Yeah. I don't know, I would like that though. Like open world MotorStorm, but no, they went with realistic cars instead, so I was like, oh.
I mean, they could have had so much fun. Like, they could have used the system from, like, the game Fuel, which had, like, a massive open world, but it's like, you start races just by finding certain points, and it's like, it's basically one giant world, but if you wanted to race with other people, you just find a starting point of a race. And then wait for the clips.
Yeah, I mean, they should do that, but, whatever.
And they can't get away from MotorStorm. I mean, come on, it's so much fun. It's like Burnout in exotic territories.
Yeah, I mean, they're really good at destruction. With their destruction stuff. So, I don't know, I was surprised that they went realistic. I was like, I don't know, we'll see though.
Maybe they'll take the grid point and, like, make it race realistically, but make the car damage over the top.
It's free for PlayStation Plus users though.
Ooh, okay.
For PS4.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while before I decide to get one of those.
Yeah, I'm not getting a PS4 until Versus 15 comes out.
Well, you might as well start writing your will.
No, I'll start writing my will when they announce a 5v7 remake.
You won't even be alive to write your will before that happens.
That'll take longer, I'll bet.
Yeah, you'll already be feeding the worms before they announce that.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, it's like their reason. It's like, as long as they can keep selling the digital copies on the PSN and stuff, they're not going to bother.
What, Square?
Yeah, as long as they keep circulating the tape, so to speak, they're not going to bother with a remake.
Oh yeah. Have you guys heard that they announced Agito? Type 0, right? Final Fantasy Type 0?
Yeah.
They announced...
They renamed them...
No, okay, here's the thing. It used to be Final Fantasy Agito 13, then they changed it to Final Fantasy Type 0, and then they released it for PSP, right?
Yeah.
Now they announced Final Fantasy Agito without the 13, and they're releasing it for iOS, and it's not a sequel, it's not a prequel, but it's another take.
For the same game.
Yeah, but it's for iOS. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, we're localizing that. I was like, wait. You won't release the PSP version. You're gonna remake the PSP version into an iOS version with dating sim elements,
What?
and then you're gonna call it Agito without the 13, and you expect us to pay $20 for it, $15, $20 for it on the iOS.
So it's only going to be a $15, $20 game.
Yeah.
You lost me after a few seconds, but once you said $20, I already decided no thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, you won't localize the awesome PSP version, but you're just gonna make up your mind and actually remake it for the iOS.
How
But
harder do we need to scream at them?
I know. I was like, what?
We screamed so damn hard that they actually listened to us for a brief moment.
no.
This is what their idea was?
From the trailers I've seen, they're reusing the same assets, but you won't be controlling the characters of Type 0.
I don't give a rat's ass about this iOS. Give me the goddamn PSP version.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what?
Well, isn't there more users for iOS?
There's more users, yes, but I don't know. It's not the same game, though. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're using the same assets, but it's not the same story. It's not the same game.
It's like they just took the game, took out the story, put a new story, but then just like recycled everything.
Yeah, they recycle everything, and they put dating sim elements to it.
That makes no sense.
That's like if you took the story of like, what was it? If you took Hamlet and then you replaced every single character's name with characters from Final Fantasy VII. That's essentially what they're doing, isn't it?
Yeah,
God damn it.
I don't know.
I mean, the Hamlet Final Fantasy crossover would be kind of interesting.
I'm not so sure what the hell Square doing these days.
Making money.
How? Fans, they aren't giving fans what they want, so how the fuck are they making money?
By not giving fans what they want, but what they will buy.
I don't know. Square just makes me sad sometimes. A lot of the times, actually.
It made me sad when they teased us with the tech demo for the Final Fantasy VII remake and then told us that it was a lie. And that was after I had watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children for the first time after several years of waiting endlessly for it.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at their history, Square always show a tech demo of one of their Final Fantasy games for every platform they've developed, except for the PS4.
Wonder what they're gonna do with that one. Show us another Final Fantasy VII.
No, they showed Aki's philosophy.
Yeah. They learned their lesson and decided not to show any
Final Fantasy stuff anymore.
older Final Fantasy stuff. All people demand a remake for it.
Bastards.
I don't know. I'm surprised that with all this remake and like re-stuff, they haven't done anything with Final Fantasy 6 yet. Or Final Fantasy 5. So I was like, what? Why?
Well, no, 5 is on iOS.
Oh, 5 is on iOS already?
Yeah.
Huh, then how come they haven't touched 6? Or 7?
It's not a 3D remake. It's still a sprite. Still sprites, but you know, stuff like Final Fantasy 1 on the PSP.
Huh.
Yeah.
What the hell is bro belching?
John. I don't know.
It's like I remember what I said like
Actually,
a couple weeks ago. It was like if they did remake a game that wasn't 7, it would have to be one of the Sprite games.
Yeah.
Like forget 7, 8, 9, fuck 10.
10
They
is
just- It's like they got to go down to like 1 through 6. And
They
like
are
remake
remaking
one
10
of those.
though.
Couldn't they remake something like Chrono Trigger or something?
Or like, yeah, Chrono Trigger,
Yeah,
like
that'd
any of
be
their older
great, actually.
sprite-based games.
Or like Xenogears or whatever they used to have.
Yeah, it's like it'd
No,
be
I
nice
wanna
to
know
see one of
that
those
then.
old games like in a brand new, like, new technology.
Yeah, they haven't even touched Legend of Mana series for a while.
Legend of Mana doesn't make money.
Well, you're quite blunt.
Follow
No.
the cash cows.
No, I remember when they made Dawn of Mana. I was like, holy shit, a new game in the Mana series. After I played it, it was beautiful, but it was a piece of shit.
It was a beautiful piece of shit.
It was.
Sounds
It's
like
like
another game I know.
it's like the music was awesome, the visuals were amazing. This was on the PS2, by the way. But when you play it, it sucks. It's like it's based on level based. So basically, after the ice level, and if you're level 50, when you go to the earth level, you restart back to level 1 again.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I was like, what? Why? This is so stupid. It's like, how can every time I change worlds, I lose up all my levels?
What?
And they take away all your weapons too. They took away all your weapons and your level. And you need to fight those stupid
What is
bunnies
the
all over
logic
again.
behind that?
I don't know. I'm not so
Where's
sure
the
what.
logic behind that in a freaking RPG? A JRPG, no less, which involves lots of playing just to get to halfway through the story.
Yeah, that's one thing I think JRPGs should fix. Less grinding if they want to stay relevant.
Yeah.
But I actually never really had a problem with grinding in JRPGs. Like, well, at least from my experiences, like I could beat like Final Fantasy VII without grinding at all. But
But just still tons
grinding's
of
never been a.
random
Well, yeah, there's
encounters
lots of
and
extras you can do, but
Yeah.
you don't have to grind to be able to succeed in the main story and stuff.
Yeah.
At least from my experience. Okay, 13. Okay. That's
13?
grinding at its worst.
No, 13 was just grinding just because I was stupid about it.
No, it started out super easy and ended up super hard. Which is like, what the hell?
It got insanely difficult after like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like, and up to chapter 4, it's like, bam, suddenly spiked up. I was like, what? And then they keep on tossing tutorial information at you at the same time, like, oh yeah, this is how you change class, this is how you do this and that. And then,
I know already.
yeah, I know. I was like, I know this already. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh yeah, we level cap you too, so you can't grind your way out.
Ugh. Yeah, I stopped playing before I even knew there was a level cap.
Yeah. No, I think the only saving grace is that when you die, it doesn't take you to the title screen.
Individuals.
If it did that, I think people would toss the controls at TV already.
Yeah, that's like another like 5 minutes of loading. Oh fuck!
You know how in like old Final Fantasies, if you die, you go back to your title screen to your last save point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good thing they didn't do that. Although that's not enough of a saving grace to keep me playing it.
No.
The fact that I have to die so many times just to realize it. No thanks.
Yeah. Now 13.2 on the other hand, they fix a lot of the shit, but the story is stupid.
it's like
I
they have
didn't
to
like how they
choose.
kept the gameplay.
What?
From what I played of 13.2, I did not like how they kept the basic gameplay stuff. Like,
The battle gameplay is alright, but I always felt that the battle gameplay wasn't the problem though. It was like how they structured the pacing of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand the battle system. Well, I liked the battle system. I just hated the whole, like, you have to rely so much on the stagger system and everything.
Yeah.
Because enemies have obscene amounts of health. Even a basic soldier can knock out your whole team.
No,
Just
not
because
at 13.2. 13.2 was so easy, I don't know. I was like, what the hell?
What do you think of 13.3 then?
Lightning Returns?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm just gonna watch somebody do a let's play because just to see where the story goes. But I'm not gonna get it because I have too much.
It's like at this point, you don't. It's not worth
Yeah.
like playing.
It's not worth spending $60 to play it anymore.
$60 and 50 hours.
Yeah. I'd rather spend that money on like an open world game and then on Lightning Returns now. So it's like,
Actually, Alan,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Damn it, God damn it, you guys all suck.
What did we do?
Thanks, Eric.
I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that was nice. That was totally uncalled for.
Okay.
No, it was what was it? It was an RTS. I just remembered. Command and Conquer.
What about it?
That's actually what it's called. Command and Conquer.
What about it?
Alan, you know that there's Generals 2 coming out, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Well, it's not Generals 2 anymore. It's just Command and Conquer. I remember reading that it was they dropped Generals 2. The studio didn't change. They dropped BioWare, and it's becoming an online free-to-play game.
Yeah, I'm not playing it.
Me neither.
It's really pretty though, which is really strange.
I'm still not playing it.
Yeah. I stopped playing Command and Conquer games after Red Alert 3.
Look, this is what I want. I want them to make a proper RTS, put it on Steam without all that Origin crap, and after that, give me LAN support, and after that, charge it like, I don't know, $60, then yeah, fine.
So you're never gonna play a Command and Conquer game for the rest of your life, then?
Well, unless Valve buys EA or something.
So it's never. I'm sorry, Alan.
It's okay. I think the genre's dying.
The genre is dead already, which is
No,
really.
it's not. They're still making RTSs. Shut up. It's not dead until it's dead.
No, I think this is the
Until I
perfect
see
time.
Port rotting in a grave.
No, I think this is the perfect time for a resurgence of RTSs, though. I mean, with all these touchscreen rounds, you can easily circle units and call them to attack.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect for the iPad, but nobody makes a good RTS for the iPad, though.
Because most of the customers are casual gamers, so they don't really play RTSs.
No, they play Angry Bird and like Catch the Train and like Coin Raider or whatever.
Yeah,
Tickle
but
puppy.
I could totally see a historical RTS like Age of Empires on the iPad that it plays very well. And it's, since it's historical, it's casual enough for the casuals to get into.
The problem is that if they do that, they usually do it free to play and they add microtransactions.
Yeah.
Then I'm
Like Age of Empires Online. What the
Yeah, that
fuck,
game sucks.
guys?
I don't know, maybe it's because I didn't have much experience with tablets. But I can't still see the connection between RTS and tablet. Well, I can see the connection, but I don't know if I want to play it on a tablet.
Well, if you do like a one finger tap for left click and two finger tap for right click, that'll totally work.
I don't know, maybe just I'm too used to the mouse for RTS in general.
I mean, could you see Warcraft 3 on a tablet? Since the aspect ratio and everything's still the same.
Yeah, actually, I can't see Warcraft 3, but I can't see any of the stuff like say Company of Heroes or one of the newer Command and Conquer game. I can't see that on the tablet, but I can see one of the older RTSs.
Yeah, like Warcraft 3 will do perfectly on the iPad.
I can see StarCraft 2 on a tablet, but I don't know. RTS is getting much more complex now.
No, I think they're getting dumbed down. They're focusing on unit control instead of resource extraction and resource management.
I'm looking at the game RTSs that are really resource based and stuff like that. Mostly territory based.
Yeah, they're mostly territory. In the past, people focused on gathering resources to build up your armies and swarm people with all your soldiers. Or if you don't want to swarm, you can play tactically. But these days, it's mostly just tactically and less emphasis on building a civilization of your own, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because you don't have that you're a god kind of feel if you go down the unit control route instead of building a civilization route.
I don't know. I guess you still feel like a commander, which is kind of the point.
Well, I thought that Rise of Nations actually did it quite well. Actually, there was a balance between the two.
Yeah, I think Rise of Nations did pretty well too. It's just I don't think the unit controls in Rise of Nations is that good though.
No, it's not. But
No.
you get the point though. Like you could actually control your units and also control your civilization in any direction
Yeah.
you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I guess I lean more towards the units and the tactical and stuff. Like I don't mind if I don't feel like a god and control a giant empire. I mean, if that's the case, I just be
I like to
angry.
play defensively, so whenever I play RTS like that, I actually like to build, like major defense points.
Yeah, you and I are not allowed to play against each other because we just built up giant fortification walls and just stare at each other all day.
Race to the nukes. That's what it is.
Basically, that's what happened when we played Rise of Nations. Like, who got the nukes first? You did, and then I rained nukes on you like there was no tomorrow.
No, we did. Okay, when we played Rise of Nations, we didn't attack each other. No, we just kept on building defenses, expecting the other to come to our bases. When that didn't happen, we just started building nukes.
It was a really terrible game, actually, now that I think about it.
But,
We were one nuke away from Armageddon.
Push the button.
Oh, I really wanted to. Goddamn. You and your goddamn bombers, too. Freaking playing as the Chinese, so like I look over a hill and I see like 3 billion Chinese infantrymen and tanks coming at me. And I just stare at it and I'm like, okay, I think I have a spare nuke around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. And it all disappears. And then behind it is another 3 billion army. God damn you, Al.
if we could get Command Conquer Generals to work, I
Oh,
hate.
there it is. Actually, Paul, have you,
What?
What?
did you play Command and Conquer Generals?
Yeah, I've played it before. I thought it was okay. I like the other games, though. I like Red Alert and I like the original games, but I don't know. I didn't really play Generals much.
Generals was fun. I keep on playing as a Chinese nuke general.
Why?
Why not? Because he has nuclear freaking artillery cannons. That was awesome.
I
Or it
usually-
was either that or stealth general. And I don't know, I always like the United Nations, U.S. generals, they kind of suck.
For that game, I usually like to use the Black Widow and steal one of the American units so that I get Rangers and was a Commander, whatever that name is. And after that, I usually play as the Chinese Nuke General, and after that, I build a helix and create a bunker on the helix. And after that, shove Rangers into that. And RPG guys.
Let me guess, when you played StarCraft, you played as the Protoss.
Yeah.
You got the Protoss arm, and you mind controlled all the like little building units from the other faction. You started building
Warriors.
I like to play as the Terran because of the siege tanks. I love the siege tanks.
Yeah, you got a bunch of siege tanks and you line them up, there's really nothing that can get by it.
It's like a tower defense. It's just like.
No, and the range is super long, so wherever you play, suddenly your buildings are getting destroyed. You're like, where the hell is it coming from? Ah, damn, fog of war.
Yeah, it's like on the other side of the goddamn map.
Yeah, they have to send your units out to scout. Yeah, just look for a stupid tank.
And you can get like a special ops unit and have a nuke and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ghosts.
Yeah, that goes.
Yeah. I remember I always made Goliaths. I really like it.
With the strength of a siege tank, but the abilities of a soldier.
Yeah.
Ground and air.
It's just a little ball with 2 guns and like legs, and that's it. Oh.
What's happening?
What?
I'm going down.
Yep.
Just hear all this epic crashing and suddenly, what?
Have you guys ever played Doom 2000?
No. Is
Oh,
that different from Doom 2?
yeah, it's like Doom 2. It's one of the earliest RTSs I ever played, and I just love that game. There's basically different units, and they all have their own special abilities and stuff. So it's a really good game. It's made by Westwood Games and stuff.
Oh, it's
Oh,
not bad.
Westwood? Really?
Yeah,
I love their Monopoly.
It might not be the same studio, Brad. When do you guys think they'll make Warcraft 4?
Ever.
Okay. Never. Yeah,
They've got World of Warcraft. They can continue the story from there.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna.
I don't know
I
if
think
that
they're
they
gonna.
make. I'm sorry, man. Go first.
So they aren't going back to the RTS genre anymore?
We'll see. I don't know.
Well, they've got StarCraft 2 for that.
Yeah, but Star.
I would think for Warcraft anyways, the universe, it's, if they make a Warcraft 4, the RTS, it has to do nothing with the story. It has to be some side story, because if they do, that means they have to end World of Warcraft, which from a financial point of view and a game point of view doesn't make any sense to do that.
Yeah, this is by the same studio. They
Oh.
made Monopoly.
How old is it?
95.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love their version of Monopoly. Yeah.
You just like the music, huh?
Yeah, the music's awesome. It's all jazzy and shit after just like CG cutscenes for like way by properties and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know.
Money.
Westwood is known for their RTSs and stuff.
Yeah. But you know, I played the Monopoly and I love it. But then they got bought by EA, so I was like, aw. And EA just made it all like funky and shit, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. Sad day.
Yeah.
God damn you, EA.
Like, I don't mind EA, but sometimes EA is just weird.
Weird. No, it's evil.
They're not. I don't think they're the evil company which lots of people make them out to be. Like, I remember, like, tons of people like, oh yeah, fuck you, yeah, evil ways of your microtransactions and stuff. I was like,
Well,
alright.
they make a lot of safe games and do a lot of safe things, but they also take a lot of risks too
Yeah.
from time to time. So
Sometimes
like
not.
like Dead Space, you know,
Or Mass Effect.
Yeah.
that was a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing EA's little like logo in the corner of Dead Space, I just stared at it all day. Like, I can't believe it.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like EA's alright.
I don't know, what would you think is a game corporation that's utterly evil?
Zynga.
Activision.
Yeah.
The other big names.
I don't know. Just Zynga.
Nintendo.
Jolingo. Basically any indie a mobile game.
Zynga's dying though.
No, wait, Jolingo got bought by EA, never mind.
Who?
The makers of Angry Birds.
Rovio?
Really?
No, Rovio was the developer, and then Jolingo was the publisher, I think. And they got bought by EA. So, I think Rovio is still private, and then after that, their publisher got bought, so yeah.
So,
Well,
what?
Angry Birds now published by EA. In a way.
Oh.
I think. Don't quote me on that, just look it up.
That's kind of weird.
Do you think indie developers are going to be the future of innovation in the game industry?
I think so.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Like,
I can see
okay,
them
like, I feel like right now, like, game budgets are so high and they're so expensive that it's very hard to take risk at the moment. And because if you're working on an indie game, it's smaller and there's no like expectations to actually do well, so you can actually experiment more with your gameplays and stuff.
I think the biggest innovation for games though is probably the middleware stuff like Unity.
Hmm.
Because without those guys, it's kind of hard to
Make
make
indie
it.
games.
Yeah,
So essentially, the indie games get to experiment and they create the formula, and then the big games take that formula, buy it out, and then just polish it up all kinds of make big games.
basically.
Basically.
That's a terrible way to do stuff business.
Well, I don't know. Developing games are becoming a little bit more accessible, so we might see more bigger indie games. So that'd be good.
No, I wish there was more middleware games though. Like, I like the big AAA stuff, but I also like the middleware stuff also. But
What would you consider middleware?
let's see.
Journey?
Journey, I wouldn't consider to be middleware. What was it? Alice Mad's Returns was kind of a middle game.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Yeah, you know, like games which don't require like $50 million just to make money.
So like Brutal Legends.
Yeah, like Brutal Legends, Alice, what was it? Maybe a good Golden Axe, maybe.
So games developed by independent studios but published by big companies?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't really consider that to be like the definition of middleware, but you know, like I say middleware is like games that don't require like huge like budgets,
So
but
basically like a $10 million.
yeah, like a $10 million, $20 million game, maybe.
Yeah.
$1 million indie game. It sounds like it sounds like a
Like
fun-
indie games, they only spend like what, 10,000 to 50,000, all that stuff.
No, they range from like
Or $1.
they range from like nobody to like.
I don't know, how much does it cost to buy a few pieces for a month?
Yeah.
Like they
That's your
range
indie.
from some kid coding tic-tac-toe on his grandma's computer to Journey. Count that.
What about Clay Entertainment?
What do they make?
I know they're the one who did Don't Starve.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure what other games they've done.
Don't Starve is an indie game though.
Oh, Torchlight. They're the one who did Torchlight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Torchlight 2, that is. Mark of the Ninja, Shank 2, Sugar Rush. Wait, what? Sugar Rush? No, that was canceled.
Cancelled.
Their first game was something called Boots. What is this? What the hell? What in the
That's
hell am
your
I
screen,
looking at?
Eric.
What the hell is this? It's a little thing on a pig being chased by a robot. It's a puzzle game? Yeah, this looks like something made from a freaking video game classroom. And yet it's really good. EETS.
Oh, wait, have you guys heard of this game called Mount Your Friends?
Mount your friends?
Yeah, it's a really stupid Xbox game, Xbox indie game. But I don't know. I wish they would release it for PSN because it's really stupid as hell.
I've heard of the app called Bang.
Kind of stupid.
No, okay, it's basically you're all these like burly, like muscular men after you must climb on top of each other while they're playing like epic music.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, no, just look up Mount Your Friends.
That just sounds wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, the title alone is gonna create so many memes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at the gameplay for it. I was like, what the hell? I know, it's really funny.
I mounted my friends today, did you?
That's probably one of the ways you can come up with a good indie game idea. Come up with something totally ridiculous and totally mundane.
Yeah. And this was just climbing on top of each other, so,
It could
Sounds
be a
like
great
some sort of
game.
practice.
It's stupid.
No, just look on YouTube. It's like hilarious.
It sounds like one of those practice games. Like, somebody just trying to get into the industry or something, so they just make a really cheap, simple, maybe not cheap, but just like simplified game.
No, it's like what was it? Use buttons to control like each limb. So it's kind of hard to climb, but it's like funny as hell.
Hmm.
I'm not going to look it up because I value my sanity.
Well, Brad, I think we have enough today. You want to get off air?
I don't know. I'm fine. How about everybody else?
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with whatever happens.
Okay, let's get off air.
3, 2, 1.